he was a playwright, Shakespeare was thinking about becoming a sketch artist, right? But he had trouble figuring out what kind of pencil to use. To be or not to be. So, Shakespeare walked into this pub one time, see, and the pub owner was like, "Hold it right there, buddy. You're barred." Get it? Barred. Shakespeare, the bard. Anyway, guys, we've got a great show tonight. MC Tragedy is here. Yes, with her big hit, by the way. So just sit back and relax, because it's going to be a fun time. All right? Love ya. Good morning. I'm Carson Weekly.
And I'm Kristen Peterson.
And this is your daily news on the Plaid Network. Interesting story today coming out of Athens, Georgia. It appears that some of the townspeople believe there to be fairies in their midst. We've got Cynthia Hall out in the field with more on this fascinating story.
Yes, a few people in this town have reported seeing fairies around. No word as to how real this story is, but many of the residents are utterly convinced that their town is home to fairies. We spoke to a few individuals who have encountered these creatures.
Okay, I was at Starbucks ordering my drink. I got my drink and I went to go sit down on a three-legged stool and it miraculously disappeared and I fell to the ground. Fairy!
So this is my sister, and we love her dearly, but she loves to talk a lot. And there was this one time, she was taking a drink of ale, and this thing just pops right up out of it, and the ale spills all over her. We think it was a fairy. This amateur sketch, drawn by one of the townspeople, reveals what the fairies might look like.
So I was just trying to churn some butter for my family, good housewife that I am. And I must have been churning that thing for some 6-7 hours. I looked down into the thing, and there's not a lump of butter in there. Now, if that's not the work of hobgoblins, I don't know what's is.
I'm Cynthia Hall for the Plaid Network. Back to you, Carson.
What kind of town is this?
So what can you tell me about this item?
Well, I got it at a garage sale for maybe $3. Sometimes I like to use it to slice up some deli meats.
Did the people you bought it from tell you anything about it?
No, not really. They said it was pretty old and that it might be from Europe or something.
Well, they were right. This is a foil and it is quite old. And if we look here, there is this mark, and that tells us that it was made in Denmark, just before the invasion of Fortinbras.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And if we look at the guard here, you can see that it's very distinctive, and it means that it was made from the king's armory. It's made for someone in the king's household.
So it's a fancy sword indeed.
So now if we look along the blade here, you can see something really interesting right here. And you can see it's this sticky kind of residue.
Yeah, is that blood?
No, it's not blood. It's actually a poison.
Poison?
Yeah, so you might not want to be cutting up your deli meats anymore. But because we see this poison and we have the mark and the guard, we know that this sword is the sword that Laertes used to kill Prince Hamlet.
Oh my goodness!
Do you have any idea what this might be worth at auction?
No idea.
Well, in the right auction, this foil could fetch around $25,000.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Are you serious?
So what can you tell me about this interesting item that you brought in today?
Oh wow, this map has been in my family for about 30-40 years. I think my great-great-grandmother got it from a yard sale back in the day, and I just want to see how much it's worth.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple things I can tell you. Yes, it is a map, and there's some really interesting features about this map. If you look at the title, you can see that It's devoted to King Lear. It has to do with his lands and how they split them up towards the end of his reign when he wanted to give his lands to his daughters. But there's a few discrepancies here on this map. You can see along the edge here, there's this strange plastic, and this map is covered in some kind of laminate. Now normally that would deteriorate and take away from the value of the map, but there's a few other things we need to address about this map first. And you say that it's been in your family for a very long time?
Yes, it has.
Does anyone in your family have any other information about this map?
No, I think everybody's just quite oblivious to this map.
Okay, well, if we look here, you can see that this map has been painted over, and the paper underneath it is modern.
Okay.
So you have a couple options. You could restore the map to its original condition and love it and treasure it on your wall in your family. But I think that that might actually cost a lot more money to restore the map than it's actually worth.
Really?
Yes, unfortunately this map is a fake. Do you have any idea what it might be worth?
Hopefully a couple of $1,000s?
Well, significantly less than that. I'd say it's actually worth about $15.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not. It definitely is a fake map. It's on modern paper and everything.
What a waste.
Well, good luck with that. So now we want to welcome MC Tragedy is in his house.
She was a noble but a rotten daughter of Scotland, auctioned off humanity for fate, hard bought and caught in her own vanity, insanity, calamity. She froze up, waiting for her husband's reign to blow up. Forbidden flower, excited by the scent of power, hurried forth the hour by taking a bloody shower, by calling Macbeth a coward, by willing her soul devoured, took the throne. But the visions of the witches soon soured, and at every step Macbeth grew frenzied as he was plotting the deaths, snuffing breaths with the dagger there before him. Inside he was longing for all the Scots to adore him, but his fit at Banquo's ghost only served to break decorum. Banquo's marrowless bones and his blood run colds, and the lack of speculation in his glare made of stone drove him crazy, thinking maybe that he could be overthrown. Through the visions he was shown practically carved his head stone. The witches gave him false hope, saying bloody, bold, and resolute, none born of a woman has a chance in hell of harming you, ignoring apparitions that would foreshadow his doom. Macbeth was early to his tomb, and it was due to inaccurate analysis. Inaccurate analysis caused by intellect paralysis. He refused to look at context clues. Because of that, their dreams were dashed, half-assed attempts at living, but they weren't the only ones to misinterpret what was given. Blackmore heard his wife was untrue, his views skewed, had a pillow fight, and she didn't pull through. Put trust in Iago, Iago would turn his back on him, scheming with Rodrigo, telling him I am not what I am. His mind said, Iago, it's sure time you were on top. His Amelia was really instrumental to his plot. It didn't take long for hell to open, just like he was hoping. Once his wife procured that token, and Othello's heart was broken. Got him jealous, zealous for the snuffing out of his wife. Didn't trust her faithful words and promptly ended her life. Utter strife when he finds in his back a proverbial knife. Killed Desdemona when she hadn't offered Cassio a bite. If only he had thought about where he saw it land when he slapped that handkerchief out of Desdemona's hand. He really would have saved himself from a heap of trouble. But now with suicide, his body count is double. His thinking wasn't critical, his logic took a stumble, and we just get to watch them make a fumble. Inaccurate analysis. So much damage can be done by you. If we're not careful, we could slip and fall into a web of lies and inaccurate analysis. We're alarmed at what you put them through, but there's not much we can do. We know what happens when we assume. You'll never make an ass of me. Inaccuracy. Yeah, we just get to watch them fumble.